Are your legs feeling weaker, shakier, or more unstable with each passing month? Do you find it harder to climb stairs, rise from a chair, or take your usual walk around the block, even though you're doing everything right? If so, you need to pay very close attention because what I'm about to share with you may completely change how you think about your daily vitamins. Shocking new research, and what I've witnessed firsthand in my own patients, reveals that certain common vitamins, especially ones heavily marketed to seniors, may actually be silently destroying your leg strength and muscle health. Yes, the very pills you're taking to stay strong and independent could be doing the exact opposite. Even worse, these effects build gradually, over months or even years. So most people don't realize what's happening until it's too late. You may be following doctor's orders, eating well, and exercising, yet your legs still feel tired, unstable, or sore. Why? In this video, I'll expose the 5 most overlooked vitamins that may be weakening your legs, harming your nerves, and accelerating muscle loss after age 60. I've seen it in the clinic, and it's more common than you think. Stay with me to the very end. Your independence could depend on it. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. 1. Vitamin A. Too much can wreck your legs. As a leg doctor who has worked with thousands of seniors across America, I never thought I'd see the day when something as essential as vitamin A would become a silent saboteur of strength and independence. But now I see it all the time, and it's heartbreaking. Let me tell you about one of my patients, a 72-year-old retired teacher named Margaret from Ohio. She came into my clinic complaining that her legs felt unusually sore after short walks. "It's like I'm dragging sandbags, she said. Her muscles were aching, her knees stiffened by afternoon, and worst of all, she had started avoiding her morning walks, something she'd loved for decades. At first glance, Margaret seemed healthy, but her blood work revealed something troubling: dangerously high levels of vitamin A. She had been taking a super multivitamin daily, thinking it would help her eyesight and immune system. Instead, it was quietly breaking down her muscle tissue and weakening her legs. Here's what many seniors don't realize. Vitamin A is fat soluble, meaning your body stores the extra, usually in your liver, and doesn't flush it out easily. Over time, those levels build up, especially if you're taking high-dose supplements or eating fortified foods alongside it. This buildup leads to a condition called hypervitaminosis A, and it can have severe consequences. The muscles in your legs, especially your thighs, calves, and hips, become inflamed. You begin to feel chronic soreness, as if you'd exercised too hard, but there's no workout, just pain. What's worse, vitamin A excess interferes with the absorption of magnesium and calcium, 2 minerals essential for muscle contraction and joint support. The result? Cramping, spasms, a growing sense of weakness with every passing week. It's not just muscles. Your bones suffer too. Excess vitamin A has been linked to bone thinning, especially in the hips, the very foundation of senior mobility. For older adults already at risk of osteoporosis, this creates a terrifying double jeopardy: weak muscles and fragile bones. One wrong step could lead to a fall, a fracture, or months of lost independence. Margaret's story isn't rare. It's becoming more common and more avoidable. After stopping the supplement and working with a dietitian, her symptoms improved. But she told me later, "If someone had just warned me earlier, I might have never gotten this bad." Are you taking a supplement that's quietly weakening your legs? Because Margaret isn't the only one. And sadly, vitamin A isn't the only vitamin doing this. There's another one, even more popular and even more dangerous to your legs. Let's talk about it next. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now let's move on to point number 2. 2. Vitamin D. Good in balance, dangerous in excess. For decades, vitamin D has been praised as a miracle nutrient, the sunshine vitamin that strengthens bones, supports the immune system, and keeps aging bodies resilient. And while it can be life-saving in the right dose, what most seniors don't realize is that too much vitamin D can silently destroy your muscles and leg strength. And by the time the damage shows up, it's often deeply rooted and hard to reverse. I'll never forget one of my patients, Charles, a 69-year-old retired firefighter from Arizona. He was tough, proud, and active. But over the past year, he had started feeling something unfamiliar. His legs were betraying him. "Doc," he told me, "I walk 5 minutes and my calves start burning. My thighs feel like they're locking up." He thought maybe it was circulation or age catching up to him, but something didn't add up. His blood work revealed severe hypercalcemia, elevated calcium levels in the blood. The culprit? A megadose vitamin D supplement he had started taking daily without ever checking his actual levels. "I just thought more was better," he told me. "Everyone kept saying vitamin D was the key to staying strong. But in Charles' case, the excess vitamin D was slowly breaking him down." Here's the truth. Vitamin D is fat soluble, meaning your body stores what it doesn't use in your fat and tissues. In high amounts, it starts pulling too much calcium into the bloodstream, which then deposits in places it doesn't belong: your soft tissues, muscles, joints, and even your kidneys. For seniors, this can be devastating. Charles wasn't just dealing with stiff legs. His muscles were literally being calcified, losing flexibility, and becoming prone to spasms, cramps, and chronic fatigue. Even worse, the kidney burden from excess vitamin D can lead to water retention and swelling in the legs, a double blow that makes mobility harder, breathing heavier, and every step more painful. I see this more than I should. Seniors taking 5,000 IU or even 10,000 IU daily, without a prescription, without testing, because they believe it's just a vitamin. But when you're over 60, your metabolism slows, your kidneys are more delicate, and your tolerance for stored vitamins becomes much narrower. One bottle of over-the-counter pills can set off a chain reaction that robs you of your independence. Charles improved, but only after stopping the supplements and undergoing months of physical therapy. He looked at me and said, "I thought I was doing the right thing. I had no idea it could take my legs from me." So the question is, what's hiding in your medicine cabinet? Because the next vitamin on our list, though often marketed for heart health, may be quietly draining the life from your legs, one cramp at a time. Let's uncover that next. 3. Vitamin E, the healthy antioxidant that's silently destroying your muscles and leg strength. It's marketed as heart healthy, brain boosting, and anti-aging. For years, vitamin E has been one of the most popular supplements among seniors in America, and for good reason. It's an antioxidant, and we've all been told that antioxidants protect the body from damage. But what many older adults don't realize is that too much vitamin E, especially in supplement form, can quietly erode your muscle strength and sabotage your legs without warning. I'll never forget Mary, a 74-year-old grandmother from Wisconsin. She came into my clinic with a soft voice and tired eyes. "I just don't feel steady anymore," she said. "I walk across the kitchen and my legs feel like jelly." She wasn't in pain exactly, just weak, wobbly, and unsure of her footing. It scared her, especially after a recent near fall while getting out of bed. After a careful review of her supplements and labs, the picture became clearer. Mary had been taking a high-dose vitamin E capsule every morning, 800 IU, for years. It said heart health on the label, she explained, but what it didn't say was how high doses of vitamin E can interfere with the body's natural muscular coordination, reduce blood clotting ability, and disturb the nervous system that controls balance and movement. In Mary's case, the excess vitamin E had been acting like a silent saboteur, thinning her blood, decreasing circulation to her lower legs, and contributing to microbleeds and capillaries around muscle tissue. These small internal disruptions often go unnoticed in blood work, but they show up in life: wobbly steps, slower muscle response, and weaker legs. Vitamin E also competes with vitamin K in the body, which affects the health of blood vessels and bones. When your blood vessels don't function properly, your leg muscles don't receive enough oxygen or nutrients. Over time, this leads to poor muscle recovery, lingering soreness, and a creeping sense of instability. And here's the part that breaks my heart. Mary thought she was doing the right thing. I wanted to stay sharp, strong, and healthy, she told me, but I never imagined it could be my vitamins making me feel older. We adjusted her supplements, reduced her dosage, and focused on food-based sources of vitamin E like sunflower seeds, almonds, and leafy greens. And within weeks, her legs felt steadier. She started walking her dog again. Now I ask you sincerely, could the very pill you trust each morning be the one slowly taking away your strength? Because the next vitamin we're going to talk about is even sneakier. It hides behind a friendly orange label and a promise of immunity, but in truth, it may be quietly draining your energy from the inside out. Let's talk about that next. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. Now let's keep going with point number 4. 4. Vitamin C, the immunity booster that's silently destroying your muscles and leg strength. We've all been told to take our vitamin C, especially as we get older. It's supposed to help with immunity, fight off colds, and keep us feeling young and energetic. It sounds harmless, right? Even healthy. But what if I told you that too much vitamin C, especially in supplement form, could be silently draining your leg strength and weakening your muscles, one tablet at a time? That was exactly the case with Robert, a 76-year-old retired postmaster from Pennsylvania. He came to me complaining of constant leg tightness and unexplained soreness in his calves. I haven't changed my routine, he said, but lately, even walking to the mailbox feels like a chore. My legs just don't feel like they used to. Robert had no history of diabetes, no major joint issues, and no vascular disease. But he did have one small habit that turned out to be a big problem. He'd been taking 1,500 millimoles of vitamin C every single day for the past 3 years. Here's the thing many seniors don't know. While vitamin C is water soluble, meaning your body usually flushes out what it doesn't need, long-term overuse in high doses can cause serious mineral imbalances. It reduces levels of magnesium and potassium, 2 key electrolytes your muscles need to function. And without them, muscles tighten, fatigue faster, and are more prone to cramps and weakness, especially in the legs. In Robert's case, his blood work showed mild hypokalemia, low potassium, which explained the heaviness and persistent discomfort in his legs. He wasn't sick. He wasn't aging too quickly. He was simply overdosing on a vitamin he thought was helping him. Even more concerning, high doses of vitamin C can increase the risk of kidney stones, which in turn impair the kidney's ability to balance fluids and filter waste. And as kidney function suffers, water retention builds up, especially in the legs, causing swelling, discomfort, and a sensation of sluggishness. Robert's story isn't uncommon. He switched to a food based approach, eating more oranges, berries, and bell peppers, and reduced his supplement dose to under 200 milligrammes a day. Within a month, he was back to his morning walks, stronger and more confident with every step. If your legs have felt heavier, achier, or more fatigued lately, take a closer look at your vitamin shelf. Sometimes the danger doesn't come from what's missing, but from what we've been taking too much of without realizing the cost. And as surprising as this was, the next vitamin on our list is even more alarming because, unlike the others, it can damage both your nerves and your legs. And the symptoms often feel like something far more serious. Let's talk about that next. 5. Vitamin B6, the nerve helper that's silently destroying your muscles and leg strength. Most seniors hear about vitamin B6 as something good, something necessary to support the nervous system, brain health, even mood. It's in almost every senior formula on drugstore shelves. But what almost no one tells you is that high doses of vitamin B6, especially over time, can silently damage your nerves, weaken your legs, and rob you of your stability. I remember a patient of mine vividly, Henry, a 71-year-old Vietnam veteran from Kentucky. He walked into my office leaning heavily on a cane, his steps slow and cautious. "It's the strangest thing," he told me. "My legs feel numb, but they also feel weak. I can't trust them anymore." He had no history of stroke or diabetes. His blood pressure and circulation were fine. But when I looked into his medications and supplements, one detail stood out. Henry had been taking over 150 milligrams of vitamin B6 per day, spread across multiple supplements for years. What he didn't know, and what many seniors don't, is that vitamin B6, when taken in high doses over long periods, is actually toxic to the peripheral nerves. It causes a condition called sensory neuropathy, where nerves in the legs and feet begin to misfire. At first, it's tingling, then it's numbness. Eventually, the brain can no longer fully communicate with the muscles, and the legs begin to weaken, misstep, and fail. In Henry's case, he had started avoiding stairs, skipping church, and turning down visits with his grandkids. "I just can't move the way I used to," he said quietly. But the truth was, his muscles weren't the problem. His nerves had been compromised by a silent overload of a common vitamin. This damage doesn't happen overnight. It builds slowly. Most people don't suspect their daily B complex or multivitamin is the cause. But over time, the cumulative effect becomes devastating. Even doses as low as 100 milligrams daily, far above the recommended 1.7 milligrams for older men, can cause permanent nerve damage if taken long enough without supervision. The good news? When caught early, the damage can be stopped, sometimes even reversed. Henry stopped the supplements immediately, began nerve rehabilitation, and with time, regained confidence in his step. But not everyone is as lucky. If your legs have been feeling numb, unsteady, or unusually weak, and your doctor can't find a cause, take a look at your vitamin bottles. Sometimes what's harming us hides behind the label natural or healthy. And now that we've exposed these 5 dangerous vitamins, the bigger question remains: how many are hiding in your daily routine right now? Because what we'll uncover next could change the way you take supplements forever. Don't miss it. How many of these healthy vitamins are hiding in your daily routine? If you've been watching closely, you've just learned something that most people never hear from their doctors or pharmacists, that even the most common, most trusted vitamins, when taken in excess or without supervision, can quietly, gradually, and silently destroy your muscles and leg strength. And for older adults, this isn't just about aches and pains. It's about independence. It's about the ability to get out of bed in the morning without help, to walk to the mailbox without fear, to enjoy time with your grandkids without holding onto the wall for balance. Every week in my clinic, I meet patients just like you, good people, smart, responsible, trying to stay healthy, who unknowingly fell into the trap of over-supplementation. They weren't reckless. They weren't doing anything wrong. They simply didn't know that more is not always better. The truth is, the supplement industry in America is poorly regulated. Many over the counter products contain vitamin doses far higher than what the aging body actually needs. Worse yet, when you combine multivitamins with other pills, sleep aids, joint support, immune boosters, you're often stacking the same nutrients over and over again without realizing it. And here's the chilling part: the damage can be invisible until it's already serious. Weakness, tingling, cramps, swelling, these can all be signs that something is off and your legs are paying the price. But here's the good news: you have control. You can protect yourself. Start by reviewing every supplement you take. Read the labels, total up your daily intake, and ask your doctor for a full nutrient panel. Don't guess. Don't assume. Your legs, your strength, are worth more than that. And if you've already noticed subtle changes in your mobility, don't wait. The earlier you catch these hidden dangers, the better your chances of recovery. Because in the end, the goal isn't just to live longer, it's to live stronger, to stay upright, independent, and in control of your body for as many years as possible. Coming up next, I'll show you how to rebuild your leg strength naturally without risky pills, using food, gentle movement, and 3 little known habits that help reverse age related muscle loss. You won't want to miss it. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.